being patient with me. This is yesterday's stream, but we're doing it today. Was not feeling great yesterday, and I thought I was gonna make it to the live stream, and I was just in a lot of pain, and like I almost felt like I needed to go to the doctor, but I like hate going to the doctor, so. Anyway, I did what any responsible adult would do, and I called my mom. And I told my mom, like I feel like having like this back pain, kind of like stomach pain, I'm kind of cramping, and she said, "I've got a pain pill for you." So shout out to mom who hooked up the pain pill last night. So I was like, ooh, and I like melted, you guys. And I quit drinking a couple of years ago, but I'm like California sober, so I do like partake in a little of the greenery, if you will. But for the most part, I am like relatively sober every single day of my life, just like high on life, living the dream. But yeah, I took one of those, and then you guys, it made me feel so good and so relaxed. Well, I like immediately like felt good, and I'm like, oh, maybe I could have done the live stream earlier. But then, like as I started like moving around the house and everything, I was like, felt too good. And then I went to lay down, and I slept so hard last night, you guys. I woke up with like this really bad kink in my neck. Like I slept so good, like I don't think I rotated at all night. So shout out to my friends if you're in here. You guys, I was looking at my hair before I came on the live stream. I'm having a good hair day. You quit drinking yesterday at 9 p.m., but you're starting again today at 3 p.m. That's excellent. That used to be me. I grew up like my parents were both in oil, and like my mom was in oil, my dad was in oil, and then I grew up with two brothers. So like cursing like a sailor and drinking alcohol was just, all part of like, my warm family upbringing. So anyway, totally off topic now, but thank you for the compliment about my hair. Yeah, it's looking good. You guys know how my kids had lice, and it was like a whole nightmare. And then like I worked really hard to get rid of it, but then my daughter was still kind of itchy, and I had to retreat her hair. And then I treated my son's hair again. I treated my hair again because I'm like, I just don't want any of it. So let's hope that's gone forever now, you guys. I grew up hunting and fishing. I'm totally talking about personal stuff. I grew up hunting and fishing, and I was telling my son about like all of the stuff that I used to do. Like, because the only time I had lice growing up was from when I went deer hunting, and I don't know if like the lice were on the deer or whatever, but anyway, I ended up catching lice from a deer, I suspected. But yeah, I grew up like fishing and stuff like that. We would go camping outside of Mammoth. There's a little like mountain town called Bishop. And so we would like drive all the way from here to Bishop, and then we would stay the night in a hotel in Bishop. And then the next morning we would go hike up in the Sierra Nevadas, pitch a tent. I had like a creel. I'd take all my like fish and my pole, and I'd like go hike up to different like lakes. And I was telling my son about how when I would catch the fish, I had this metal line I would hook into like the side of the riverbed or the lake bed, and like I'd keep the fish, in the water so they'd be fresh, because I'm like, I'd be gone all day. So like you'd be fishing, you'd catch your fish, and you stick them on the line, you stick that in the water, and and then when you decide, okay, I'm done fishing here, let's go to the next one, you pull the whole like metal thing of fish out, stick it in your creel, and you'd be up like walking and hiking up to the next spot where you're gonna fish. But like the fish, some of them would still be alive, so you're like wearing this creel, and the fish are like flop, 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 flop. Anyway, that's my personal stories of the day, you guys. How is everybody? Let me know how you guys are doing. Do you guys appreciate my little personal chats there? You get to know a little bit about me. I do not go hunting or fishing really anymore. I do not. I do like hiking still, though. That's my favorite. I don't like getting all dirty. I'll eat the fish. I'll go to the restaurant and eat the fish. But yeah, when you like cook it yourself, you get like bones and stuff in it. Okay, so market is looking like a hot dumpster fire, guys. It is looking awful. So yeah, Bitcoin, we're sitting at 96. We actually touched 95. It's up at 96 again. It's looking ugly. Guys, I wonder if we're going to keep chopping sideways for a while, or if we're going to have one more scary dip just to, scare the pants off of everyone. I am kind of hoping that we dip down a little bit more just to scare people, just one last little shakeout, because I feel like that's all we got left in this. I feel like we only have one real last shakeout. And if Suburban Crypto is in here yet, I know he's waiting for that big dip. So But Ethereum is currently sitting at 25.98. You guys, my Instagram handle still has my .eth in it, so I am still an ETH maxi. It has been a nice little climb down for ETH. We're just sitting at 90 or 25.98. Now ADA was at 75 cents. We have since retraced. We're down to 70, and Dogecoin is at 24 cents. You guys, this could all go just a little bit lower. It could all go a little lower. In the sentiment on the timeline is just crazy, isn't it? Solana's trading at 190. So, and that's down $10. It was at 199. So yeah, it's been a hot dumpster fire. People are like crashing out big time on the timeline. Now is the time when you're like holding a lot of like random meme coins, you're looking at it going, why did I buy this? Like there's stuff in my wallet. Like, why did I even hold a moon bag? Why did I hold a moon bag of Jelly Jelly? Is Jelly Jelly going to come back? I don't know. I think I left like $40 in it and it's now 5. Like I should have just sold the whole 40. Like, I mean, did I have conviction in Jelly Jelly? No, not really. But I have it and I look at it now and I'm like, why do I have this? So anyway, did you guys see my post earlier today? I posted Bill Belichick and his girlfriend. It's like, if the market doesn't turn soon, this is going to be me. So that's what you guys were all talking about, was my sugar daddy post. That's so funny. I don't know if I could marry an old dude like that or be an old dude like that just for his money. Like, yeah, that's cool. You have an awesome plane and stuff, but like, ugh. I couldn't do it, guys. Old saggy balls. Anyway, I do have stuff I want to talk about that's a little more serious, but let's look at a couple more charts. I have not looked at my Pepe today, so let me pull that up. Yeah, that's back where I would buy it. That's it. 883. That's back where I would buy it. SPX 6900, that's one that I'm charting just because it goes up and down very wildly. So here's what I want to show you guys on SPX. So I know yesterday I went into a little bit about like ADA and SPX being the same, but SPX, you could scalp this one big time because it, like yesterday, was down at like, I don't know, I think it got to like 55 cents and then it bounced back and touched 87, 88 cents yesterday, and now it's all the way back to 59 cents. So that is a sweet little gainer on that one. So I kind of feel like maybe I might scalp that one a little more, you guys. I don't know. And then that's like totally against everything. I hope there's no SPXers watching this because they're all like, quit trading and believe in something. Well, I was not in early, so I'm not going to just be diamond handing, my fat bag of SPX. So if I'm getting in at this range, it would probably be a flip trade for me. So let's see what's going on in here. I see you guys are chatting. Corey, do you want that man that comes with his own truck nuts? I would totally take a guy with the Cybertruck with the Cybertruck nuts on it. Those things are badass. They have so many different types of truck nuts, you guys. It wasn't until I actually started Googling truck nuts for Corey's chat that I'm in, because we talk about truck nuts a lot. There are like glow in the dark pair, fleshy pair, all different colors, big ones, small ones, you name it. Big balls, guys. Big balls. Oh my God, I'm killing myself. Okay. Yesterday, there was some really exciting stuff that's gone on. And there was a ticker that I've not spoken about on this platform that I've been seeing a little bit. And it's this Ondo. And I think you're going to be hearing a lot more about it. And just based off of like the Ondo summit that took place yesterday, that looked pretty amazing. I believe my friend Jay Chains was there. So shout out to Jay Chains because it looks like he freaking scored. And so, yeah, I ended up doing a little bit of research on Ondo because when I started to see what was occurring with the summit and all of the people that were there, I was like, okay, this looks like something that I shouldn't be ignoring, because at first it just looked like another new ticker. And after I started actually looking at it further, it seems like there's something here. And so I have been looking at the Ondo chart for like the last day now because I'm thinking this is one that I want to get in. And so yesterday they had this large summit, and it opened with like the Ondo person and somebody from BlackRock. And then from there, they also had Sturgey from Chainlink who gave a speech. And I'm really mad because I missed the speech, and then I tried to go back and play the Ondo summit, and I couldn't find it in there. And it was funny because I was watching almost the whole thing on 2x speed to try and find where he was at, and I still couldn't find it. So I need to keep digging because I always feel like he's hiding little nuggets of some of the best information of what's going on. So anyway, if you guys aren't familiar with Ondo, I'm just going to go into a quick little overview of it just so everyone's caught up to speed. So Ondo is a cryptocurrency associated with Ondo Finance, a platform that focuses on tokenizing real-world assets to bring them onto the blockchain. Here's a concise overview. Let's see. So purpose, Ondo Finance aims to integrate traditional finance assets with blockchain technology, providing liquidity, accessibility, and efficiency by tokenizing these assets. Now, you guys all know I'm a huge advocate of RWAs. My friend Suburban Crypto is like one of the pioneers of RWAs. And so anyway, this looks to be pretty interesting to me. So just having Sturgey get up and talk about it, and then they actually had closed out the presentation, or the summit, I should say, with Eric Trump on stage. So, and then in addition to that, World Liberty Finance was actually purchasing up some of this Ondo token. So I believe this is not just some new ticker that's being thrown out there, but I think it's going to be mass adopted. And here's why. So the key products are the OUSG fund, which this is a tokenized version of BlackRock's iShares short treasury bond ETF, and it's offering exposure to short-term US treasuries. So then there's also USDY, which is an interest-bearing stablecoin backed by short-term US treasuries, bank deposit, and designed to provide yield to holders. Then there's the Ondo token. Ondo token serves as the governance token for the Ondo decentralized autonomous organization, allowing token holders to vote on protocols like economic parameters and smart contract upgrades. So let's see, ecosystem. Ondo Finance collaborates with various institutions, including BlackRock, asset backing, and has plans to expand its reach through initiatives such as Ondo Global Markets for on-chain access to stock, bonds, ETFs, and Ondo Chain. It almost sounds to me like this is a BlackRock ticker. I don't know that for sure, but like they're so far in bed with this Ondo and being backed by BlackRock. So it's pretty interesting to me. But the fact that they're going so far is to have a DAO and voting and on-chain governance. You know, I've always been a huge fan of Cardano because they are like the pioneers of on-chain governance and trying to bring transparency to our economic policies, to our governance, on-chain, off-chain. So I think this is something to kind of keep an eye on. The chart topped out, I believe it was trading at $1.40 yesterday, and today it's sitting about $1.20, $1.22, I think last I looked. So anyway, I just find this a super interesting ticker to start to follow because I feel like this is going to be sort of more of the big normie players starting to come and take a dabble in the crypto pond and building out things here. So super interesting. I wish I could find out more. I want to chat with JChain since he was there. And yeah, I think this is something. So I'm going to keep digging into this one for you guys. Let's see. What did Poman say? I got a free airdrop you got a free airdrop for using MetaMask? Did you really? You guys, MetaMask is coming out with its new user interface, and there were a few people that were selected to be early to try it out and demo it, and I was not one of them. I'm not happy. Michael, if you see this, I really wanted to try it out. And I never turned my back and was like, oh, Phantom is the greatest. Like, I still do transactions in MetaMask. Like, I never turned my back on MetaMask. Plus, I think the fox is cute. Okay. All right. Coffee's good today, you guys. Coffee's good every day, but it is extra good today. So things are extremely bearish on the timeline, you guys. There's a lot of people calling for the top here. Which is crazy to me because like the biggest impacts in terms of like, Bitcoin dominance. And usually when Bitcoin dominance starts to drop, then the altcoins will start to rally. And then that starts to mark more or less the end of the cycle. And we haven't entered that phase of Bitcoin losing dominance. So yeah, so we still have some time. I think there's just people who continue to make money through the bear market by launching tickers, that their perception of the timeline of the bull market is different because their strategy was different. And you guys, there is ways to make money during the bear market. Like, just because there's a bear market does not mean that we're not making money. Because during the bear market, I found Pepe. There were a couple of NFT projects that I found that pop. So there's stuff that gets you by, but you just, it's just a lot fewer and further between. It's not like you're just in the bull market, in the euphoria stage of the bull market. Every day you wake up and it's like you're a genius. You're printing money. Like, everybody wants to quit their job. And we just have not even had that yet. So also some other interesting things coming out on the timeline is the Hawk Tuah girl came back, and that was interesting. So she actually didn't disappear completely. She actually just disappeared from Twitter. She got scared off after that space, and she said her infamous, "Oh, okay, well, I'm going to bed now." And she logged off. And what's funny is, like, I'll still use Facebook because, like, my family's on Facebook and I've got families kind of spread out all over the place. So I like to kind of keep in touch, and I'll occasionally post like crypto stuff to there. But anyway, when I was over there, I noticed she was still posting her podcast. She still had content coming out. She was still like business as usual on Facebook. X, the platform X, completely scared her off. Like, after she had all of those people coming at her and that whole room full of people, and they're asking her, why did you do this? Why did you do that? And asking her about her management team. This is a little girl. This is like, I don't even mean it like that. She's an adult. But she is so young. And so these people are preying on her. And so, and I had seen her, let's see, she was at Bitcoin Nashville and she was at Karate Combat, and I saw her a couple of times during that weekend. A lot of my friends went out of their way to like introduce themselves and get pictures with her. And I didn't care to do that because I was busy working. But you could get a sense of the people who were around her and all of like the movement, and everybody was very much like clamoring to get pictures with her and stuff. But you could tell there were very specific people that had access to her that could get her and her team to go from this area to that area and things like that. So when you're in person, you can see a lot bigger picture of kind of like what's going on in the crypto industry. And so a lot of times people kind of talk smack about like conferences and, oh, it's not worth it, and people are pretending, and no, I completely disagree. Number one, all of your business connections, if you are doing business in crypto, everyone doing business in crypto is going to be at those conventions. So, and then not only that, but they're going to be decision makers of said companies. They're usually the marketing people and the people that are kind of putting together teams and trying to collaborate. So if you're not going to these conferences, you're missing out on that stuff, which is why I said Jay Chains was super lucky to go to Ondo, because he probably met some people that he would not otherwise meet at some of these other conferences. And so anyway, I digress there. But the Hawk Tuah girl, so she came back and she did a podcast yesterday, or it was released yesterday. And so then it was weird because it was supposedly leaked, and then there were people buying and selling tokens, and then they were blaming it on her team. But it was really bizarre to me because it was like they went in to host a podcast interview with her, but they were on her set. And so it was weird to me to see how they came in on her Hawk Tuah set and they're like asking her the questions like she was the guest. And then trying to tell her how to navigate the crypto space altogether. And it just, she looks so uncomfortable. And you guys, it looks super predatory to me. Like, this girl is young and she got scared off of the X platform because of the way these people come at her. And then you have these same people that are now taking her and dragging her. And now they're like posting, leaking, I don't know, this podcast. So, and then mysteriously someone's bought up Hawk Tuah token. I don't like seeing good people in the space being taken advantage of. Another gentleman I met recently is Ron from Unicorn Fart Dust. Amazing, amazing man. He comes from the, precious metals, and I collected silver and coins before I got into crypto. And so I still have my coins. I call them my boomer coins. So I love chatting with Ron. He just seems so, so genuine. And then his wallet magically gets hacked. All of his coins are gone. You guys, he loses over $1 million because his thing gets hacked. And then they go and raise money for him, but then they put it in a multi-sig wallet. So that was their security. So now this gentleman, this sweet, sweet gentleman, Ron, all of his money is tied up in a multi-sig wallet. So he's got to have other people allow him access to his money. It hurts my head, you guys. It hurts my head because there's good people trying to come into the space, and then this is like how we treat them. Like you have to do better if you want better. And so if we want people to adopt crypto, we need to not do these things. And it's just horrible because these people know who they are. I don't need to say their names. And you guys, if you're watching, you guys know exactly who I'm talking about. But, just don't take advantage of good people in the space, because those good people that have something good to say are more likely to onboard their friends, their sisters, their cousins, their aunties. Like, come on, everybody get into crypto. But if it's like this thing where, it's just every man for themselves and everybody's trying to just get themselves as much money as possible, absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Like, I genuinely, when I got into crypto and it was Doge and we're all going to make it, and those were the vibes that got more and more people into crypto. So as soon as our approach with people shifts and we start to kind of take those coins where everybody's coming in and being friends with each other, then it's that's when the real growth is going to occur. So, and it could just be a matter of the markets turning green and everybody's singing Kumbaya again, because right now it just looks very, there's lots of people at each other right now, and it's very bear market vibes. So I'm kind of suspecting the people who are calling top have already just made a lot of money, and they're just kind of thinking that it's already at the top. But anyway, there was something else I was going to talk to you guys about. Wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of this fist. Let's see. What are you guys talking about? Crow is awesome. Oh, you guys are great. Oh my God. Is somebody talking about motorboat? Oh no. In a boating accident. Boats are dangerous. I said motorboat, you guys. That's hilarious. If Jacob is listening, if Jacob is here, I was going to make a motorboat joke to him, but you guys, because he's always talking about boobs in my group chat. I was going to make a motorboat joke back to him, but he just had surgery on his lip, and I was like, it's probably not the best time to joke about motorboating with this guy. Jacob, I love you if you're watching this. You're amazing. Anyway, I'm being silly today, you guys. There's not just a ton, there's just not a ton of stuff that's going on in the market. I do want to keep an eye on the Ondo situation, because I do think that's very interesting. And I think that's going to be one to watch, and how it gets integrated. The one thing that I am interested to see is if Trump goes to take steps into implementing a form of on-chain governance, where we can actually audit who's voting for who on chain. Because right now it's they'll tell you if they've received your vote or not. If I think you can call and they'll verify, or you can type it in on a website. But to be able to have that sort of transparency and on-chain governance, and I know that it's been tried and implemented and deployed, and it's in some fashion working. And so in tokenizing the future, and what Ondo is talking about and trying to tokenize everything, it really makes me think that this is a major shift to an overall adoption of cryptocurrency and blockchain. And so yeah. What's super interesting, you guys? I know I've talked about my little AutoPi before, my miner that's in my car, but if anybody here drives a Tesla, you don't even need to buy the miner to install. It's just a link that you go to. So if anybody needs that link, they can start to mine their driving data immediately. So And then if anybody here wants to chat with my friend Suburban Crypto about any real world assets, some of the stuff he's working on, he's constantly weather stations, tracking all these things. Like he's got all of the devices. So if anybody wants a connection with him, let me know. Other than that, so for next week, I got to tell you guys, on the 11th, I will be gone. I'm taking my daughter up to Stanford. As you guys know, she had encephalitis and she's been going to Stanford for the last few years for treatment. She's had a bit of a rough start to this year. Last year, she only had 20 seizures for the whole year. And then for the start of this year, she's already had 6. So it's not as good this year as what we would like it to be. So I've got an appointment to take her back there. So it's all the way in NorCal. So it's going to be an entire day of traveling. So I will not be around for that. But we are also, on behalf of the Amelia community, I'm getting to that, Corey. Corey's like, who won the wallet? On behalf of the Amelia community, we do have a donation for $500 that we're going to be making. I told the Amelia community that I would be doing that in her honor, so I will fulfill that. Actually, I do want to give a shout out to my friend Shibtoshi. Shibtoshi was very, very generous. He's the founder of Silent Swap and Squid Grow, and he helped put me in touch with some people over at St. Jude's, and it's just been super helpful for me. And I just want to give a shout out and a thank you to him because that was super, super sweet. Like he did not even have to do that. So, and I do need to give away my wallet, and I'm probably going to go ahead and give it away to Blocky. I don't even know if Blocky is here. Yeah, I'm giving it to Blocky. He said Blocky always wins. But Corey, I have a gift for you too. Just DM me and I will give you a little something, Corey. Blocky is sick. See, he deserves it. See, I was sick too. What's going on, guys? I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. I know my son was not feeling good this morning. It's just all a mess. And it's still kind of rainy here. Effing Blocky. Mike, I'm cracking up. Okay, but I will have some more giveaways for you guys coming up. Yes, please let Blocky know he won. I will have some more giveaways coming up, and Suburban might have some more goodies for us. But yeah, I am this weekend. I might try. I'm going to try a new setup, so I might try going live a couple of times. So if you see me getting on and effing around and finding out, that's going to be probably Saturday and Sunday. I'm going to be trying to launch my StreamYard because Cortisol Blocky already had a wallet. Aw, you're funny. I'm going to try out my new stream because this is not, the vertical live stream is not garnishing as much views as it used to. So I'm going to flip it back. I'm going to go the other rotation and I'm going to start adding it to where I can show my screen and show you guys little video clips and things like that. So, because I do have some fun stuff coming up and there's other stuff I want to show you guys. Like I created a concept of a show with me and a friend, and I have like this intro, and I made it myself. I did all of the editing and everything. I'm super proud of it. It has this super catchy song with it, and I want to show you guys. And I don't want to post it anywhere because I don't want it to be like clipped up, and I don't want anybody stealing my ideas. So I'll share it with you guys because I love you. So anyway, that's it for now, but I will be back tomorrow. I'm going to be trying some stuff out. So you guys can pop in and chat with me and see how my connectivity is going. Or if not, I will see you guys on Monday. Have a great weekend. Oh my gosh, I did not hit the end button.